need some ice or something. Oh, Phil, I'm glad you're here. I just hurt my thumb. Can you get me some ice?
Can't do it right now. I'm late for a meeting. See ya.
Oh, man.
PD, what happened?
I hit my thumb really bad and I need some ice. Phil was just here, but he said he was in too big of a hurry to help me.
Oh, that Phil. I'll call Katie. She's good at helping. Katie! We need some ice for PD's thumb.
I'll go get it.
Oh, that's perfect. That feels so much better.
Hey, what's going on?
I hit my thumb and needed some ice, but remember, you couldn't stop to help me.
Oh, yeah. I had an important meeting. It got canceled. Sorry.
That reminds me about a story of Jesus and helping others. Let's hear a story from our friend, Mr. Mike.
Hi everyone, it's Mr. Mike the Storyteller, and I'm going to tell you my favorite parable for myself. And it's a parable that we use all the time in common language when we want to talk about somebody who was really nice to people. It's the parable of the Good Samaritan. And it happens in a conversation where Jesus is having with a man who wants to know how he can live a Christian life, how he can behave in the way that Jesus wants him to. And Jesus says, well, the first thing to do is love the Lord with all your heart. The next thing to do is to love your neighbor as yourself. The man says, who's your neighbor? How do I know who my neighbor is? Who are you talking about? And Jesus tells him this story of the Good Samaritan. There's a man who's on his way to Jericho. Robbers jump on him and beat him up, tear his clothes off, throw him in a ditch. He's in bad shape, might not even make it. And two people come by. The first one is a priest. The priest looks down on him, and the priest, for whatever reason, we don't really know why, but he looks down on him and he says, I don't think I want to get messed up in all that stuff, so he doesn't help him. The next guy comes by, he's a Levite, and the Levite is another kind of upper crust priestly type, and the Levite looks at him and says, I'm not getting tangled up into this. Who knows what all that's about? I'm not going to help him. Well, the next guy comes by, and it's a Samaritan, and Samaritans are not looked on as being the top of society, so he's not the upper crust guy. But he looks down at this man, and he comes down and he helps him, and he takes care of him. He sort of helps with his wounds. He takes him to be housed, tells the innkeeper where he's going to be housed. I'll pay for it. Really looks after him. And so here's the man who's the least of the three in terms of how everybody saw them, who helps the most. And so always look on that as Jesus' way of telling us that we're not better than anyone else. We're all equal in God's eyes. We're all called to love our neighbors as ourselves. Sometimes if it's someone perhaps that we think is even beneath us, they aren't really beneath us. So it's best not to get caught up in that and to look after everyone. It's a story about kindness, but it's also a story about the way Jesus looks on us. Even when we don't deserve it or think we don't deserve it, he still takes care of us. So that's the parable for today.
That's a great story.
I guess I'm the guy who passed by on the other side.
Yep, that would be you.
Maybe you can learn to help others in a better way, Phil.
I know I'll do much better next time.
You better.
I have an idea. PD, hit your thumb one more time and see how quickly I can help.